Hi Gemini, welcome to your love reading for November 2018. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, including how and why I shuffle like this. There we go. Okay. Three of Cups reversed. Okay, so this could be about being down in the dumps. This could be feeling like someone is stepping out on a relationship you're in. This could be you wanting to step out on a relationship you're in. This is something getting in the way of you being connected or fulfilled with others, okay? Could be you've just been partying and tearing a hole through the town. All of those things. All right, so we've got Ace of Pentacles reversed, Four of Swords, Knight of Wands reversed, Temperance, Six of Pentacles reversed, Ten of Wands, Strength reversed, Two of Wands, Ten of Pentacles reversed. All right, I will clarify where it makes sense to do so. First 10 days of the month, first third of the month, we've got no prospects, no new beginning. This could be you're not wanting anything secure, not wanting anything attached or committed. But things are in flux. They're not, you don't have a solid read on a situation, or you don't feel particularly secure. It could be that you're having a few money issues, but I think this is more in terms of love. I think this is you not feeling anchored or connected to anybody, and you're feeling like it's the right thing to do. The advice is to don't be stubborn or proud, to do the right thing. The advice is to do the right thing. I'll clarify that, because what's going on here? Are you stepping out on a relationship? Are you the one that's not being faithful or loyal? You're not feeling like this is a solid relationship, and yet you're feeling like, okay, this is the right thing to do. Like, this is what I should be doing in this situation. Maybe you're feeling guilty and like, oh, I need to, this is about moderation and compassion and patience. And so that might be heavily on your mind. Like, okay, I don't think I'm doing the right thing here. I think I'm not being compassionate. Or it could be that if someone's doing that, or if you're coming off in the wake of that, you're thinking, okay, this is the right thing to do. We are not solid. I am stepping back. I am pulling back. I am giving this its space. That is the right thing for me to do. And the other person needs to do the right thing here. So it could be that also. Let me see what this Strength reversed is about, please. What's this Strength reversed? Okay, so this is no more fighting. No more fighting, only love. This is having emotional perspective and balance. So this is kind of doubling down on this right now. Is having that emotional balance, perspective, calm, compassion. Not necessarily, this isn't about being a doormat. This is about pulling back and giving yourself the space to emotionally manage the situation, to look at it balanced, to be compassionate, to be kind to yourself, and to get perspective so that you're not codependent and you're not just out of sorts and going out of your mind with grief and worry and neediness. This is about you doing the right thing and pulling back and taking a stand, not wanting to fight anymore, doing the right thing for yourself. Good for you, Gemini. Okay, middle 10 days of the month. All right. Again, doubling down on the taking time out, pulling back, taking space to rest, recuperate, review the situation, giving yourself that mental break, and not being emotional, just giving yourself, maybe even taking a break from it mentally. You're reviewing the situation, but not actively. It's like you're able to pull back and just be like, I am getting some distance from this. And if it comes up, yeah, it comes up, but I'm not going to let myself get in a mess over it. Okay. Emotionally. You're seeing that it was a one-sided relationship, especially if someone's having their cake and eating it too, you know, that not that there's anything wrong with cake and eating it too. They need to change that saying, honestly. Like, what's wrong with getting a piece of cake and eating it? Seriously. It's cut from the same cake. Okay, shutting up. Anyway, this is about realizing that the relationship was one-sided, that someone was taking theirs out of the middle and not giving back. Someone's unfair, and they're really selfish. Just realizing that maybe you gave more in the relationship than they were willing to give, or that they were more on the take than they were on the giving side. And this is you reviewing that. So we've got 2 cards of being in review in the middle of the month, really thinking about that situation, thinking about, okay, where do I go for the future now? What does that mean for my future? Okay? Because now that I've taken some time off, I know that this is not the right situation for me to be in, because they're not giving back like I'm giving. Now what? And this is about patience and discovery also. So you're planning and discovery. So you're realizing all this. Now what? Well, we come to the last part of the month, the last third of the month. So like the last 10 days. And, what's that Knight of Wands about? Because that could be, we have a few dalliances, we have a few hookups, but I don't know if it's that. I feel like this is a person coming rushing back in and doing what they do best and being like that just really sexy, irresistible, whatnot. And it's effective because there's a few hookups that happen. And then you're feeling like, oh crap, what do I do now? And the advice is, do not count on this person or this situation for security. This has run its course. There is dissatisfaction and discontent if you are going to try and rely on that or build on that. Okay, so I'm going to see what that Knight of Wands reversed is. 2 cards, please. Knight of Wands reversed. 2 cards. Yeah. Okay, so I think there's going to be an attempt by this person to come back, or they're going to come back, right? You're going to shut it down, though, because you're like, I've seen this before. This is a pattern for us. You know, you come back in and you say all the things I want to hear. You do all the things that I like. We have great sex. And then it becomes more work for me again because it's all one-sided and it's not secure. We're right back to where we started. This could be male or female. I'm not saying one sex or the other or gender or the other. It's just that whoever's coming back in, they got that something that's irresistible to you, but it's happened before and you're like, okay, nope, not this time. I see things clearly and I am not going to fall for that again. Because I know how much work's involved for me. I know that this is going to be more about you than it is about me. And I know that way madness lies. That way no security lies. So I think in the past you were aware, or at least, well, yeah, because this is kind of talking about a pattern. So isn't it funny? We've got no security, no security. In the past you knew, or you had an inkling, you knew that this was a pattern, but you still kind of fell for it, and no judgment, no shade. Then you come to a place where now it's like you're in review and you're realizing how much work's involved and that it is one-sided, and that the best thing for you to do is take a step back and be like, okay, how can I pull back from this and just save my dignity but not engage anymore? And this is you in review. Everything is about people being in review. Golly. This is about you pulling back and doing what's best for yourself and realizing that it's not stable. It's not in the cards for you to be attached right now, or with this situation, it is not. It's just, you're not going to find any contentment, satisfaction, fulfillment there. If it's just a hookup, okay, but don't be fooled into thinking that it's going to be something it's not as far as being secure, because you're aware of the cheating. You're aware that something, if it's not cheating, it's something that is continuously getting in the way of you being connected and transitioning to that next level, that serious relationship, that committed relationship, that relationship that might be going somewhere. It could just be based on great sex and hookups and having fun together, but it's not something that's committed. Not something I mean, we're starting off with that and we're ending with that. So just be aware. No shade, no judgment. Just know the parameters. All right, these, I'm going to give these because this is about healing, and across the board, these have been about transition, people coming out of shady shenanigans in relationships and being in review and like, okay, now what? So this is the Whispers of Healing Oracle deck. I'm pulling them, and it's like, after everything that I read, I say to yourself, because they're talking about like, express your love interest, you know, do kind things. And it's like, no, not with this. So this is about healing, yay, but I think it's about, I get the impression it's for couples in crisis, not for people transitioning out and having that realization that it's just not for me, but now what? So just know that when I pull this, it's going to be like, okay, for yourself. I'm going to say that after whatever it says, because that seems to be more applicable. This whole go back and show random acts of kindness. I don't think a lot of what I'm reading over here in the spreads for everyone across the board is worth reinvesting in. So when I get things like that, I'm like, what? So I just know that this is turning into being more of like self-affirming type stuff rather than letting you know what's around the corner per se. All right, I'm doing this because they're still, it's been 2 months now and they're still stuck together. So do you see this? Do you see? One more. Sorry, Gemini. Thank you for your patience. All right. Be willing to express love to yourself. See what I tell you? Be willing to express love. Okay, I don't think that's a problem here. I think we're in review and we're not wanting to fight anymore. We're not wanting to do this dance or be in this cycle anymore. So you're in a place where you're balanced enough to start being able to show yourself love, self-care, that sort of thing. When we express love, we begin to receive more love. Okay, not sure that was a problem for you. You might have felt defensive. You might have been like, hey, you know, I know about this. I'm not happy about it. But there's that whole, you know how you feel defeated when you know what's going on, but you still take them back because the sex is really good, or you have a lot of fun with them, or it was just one night, you know, we're just going to go away for the weekend, but I know. But deep down, you love that person, or they've got that something that you find irresistible, and you keep going back, and then you feel like a prize idiot, you know. This is saying no judgment, no shade. Shift the focus from being pulled back into that to just investing in yourself. Okay, when starting to do loving, indulgent things for yourself. And I know it's not the same as being able to, that high that you get, or that feeling of, albeit temporary and fleeting, but that connectedness. But there needs to be a shift from looking to that situation, that person for that feeling, and starting to create that with the things that you do for yourself. For some, that might be a little dalliance in shopping and buying things like, oh, or eating. So be careful, because we don't want to overindulge. We just want to balance out the scales and start to do things that make us feel cared for and attended to and indulged. So maybe just a half a bag of chocolates, or that, you know, 3 days on that ski trip instead of a whole week, and ending up in the Badlands somewhere, not remembering how you got there. Receiving healing. This is coming up a lot. So is this someone being on your mind, or you being on their mind, and them showing up and stepping up to help in any way that you need it? They're here. This is a 47, and these cards, the deck is 52. So this is someone showing up to help you transition and close out a cycle. For some of you, this could be reaching out for that help, but more often than not, it shows up unasked for. People see what you're going through, they know, and you've been on their mind, and they show up to help you transition. So you will be supported. You will be cared for. You will be able to be around people that will want you to do things for yourself. They'll want to help you. They'll want to do things for you. They're going to want to take that ski trip. They're not going to let you overindulge, though. They're not going to let you end up in the Badlands. They're going to buy you that chocolate. They're going to show up with, you know, a couple of pints of ice cream and listen to you and talk it out and be there and start to be like, okay, well, since you're free next weekend because you're not going back to that mess, why don't you and I do this? Or why don't we all get together? And you know what I mean? There's going to be help transitioning out of that mess, okay? All right, Gemini, that's what I have for you for your month of November. I wish you luck, and just know that you're going to be okay and you're just transitioning, okay? All right, thank you for stopping by. Take care.